Good morning. I'm Cliff Colvin, Program Quality Director for District 23 this 2018-2019 years. If you have been interested in getting into pathways, but you haven't yet started, I would like to help you begin. So the easiest way to get started is for us to visit Toastmasters.org. www.toastmasters.org will take you to the Toastmasters website, where you can then find the Pathways link. So right here on the top of the screen, this should be available for all districts, all regions. That Pathways link will take you to where you need to get started. So you've got some information about Pathways. You can access your path through Basecamp, take the assessment, go to Basecamp, choose a path, and Pathways accessible materials. In the last video, I showed you how to find your member number and help getting your password if you had never logged in or hadn't logged in in a while and couldn't remember how to log into Toastmasters, and how to contact Toastmasters if you had any questions. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to get started, and the first step is taking the assessment. Now, the really important thing that I think you need to realize in taking this assessment is that you don't have to choose what Toastmasters gives you as a recommendation. So they're going to ask you some questions, and you don't have to choose exactly what they say. You can. They'll give you 3 options at the end of this, and if you like that, then just jump in there and use what they have. And if not, then there's a button at the bottom, and I'll show you all about it, how you can just pick whatever you like. So once you've clicked the Pathways link at the top and take the assessment, it's going to bring you to this page here. Just like in the guide visits that you've probably had, it talks about the Basecamp $20 access for your path, and then if you want the printed materials, you'll have a $45 path plus $25 materials fee. So here we're going to just click on Take the Assessment so that we can go in the electronic way and start looking. So you get to choose your language. I'm going to choose English. And so it's just going to talk about 3 things that you really are interested in. So, and these 3 things are going to be crucial to what path it's going to help you choose. So I'm choosing public speaking, leadership, and time management. And you've also got coaching, speech writing, project planning, negotiation, networking, change management, motivating others, and interpersonal communication. But these 3 are highly interesting to me. So the first thing that I'm going to go through is, which of the following topics is most related to you, personal and professional goals? I'm going to choose leadership. Learning about blank will help me significantly in my personal and professional life, so I'll choose leadership. Ordinarily, I am very calm and relaxed in conversations. I'll say strongly agree. I'm reluctant to adopt new ways of doing things until I see them. I'll say I disagree to that. I not necessarily strongly disagree. I think we all dislike change at some level. Once I set an interpersonal communication goal for myself, I know the steps to achieve it. So I could say I kind of agree with that. While giving a speech, I get so nervous I forget facts I really know. We'll just say agree. I'm just mostly trying to get through some of these answers. Use a wide range of behaviors, including self-disclosure and wit, to adapt to others. Yeah, I pretty much agree with that. Engaging in a group discussion with new people makes me nervous. Say disagree. I like to get involved in group discussions. Agree. Seek out leadership opportunities. I strongly agree. Feel relaxed while giving a speech. I agree. Working in a team is a good opportunity for me to understand myself better. Make eye contact with my audience. Generally cautious about accepting new ideas. I'll say disagree with that. I'm not sure what to do with my hands while giving a speech. Just say I'm unsure about that. I often initiate conversation with people I don't know well. My wife absolutely does not like this. I will go into the grocery store and make a best friend. So I look forward to seeing you all at the grocery store. I show my understanding of others by reflecting their feelings back to them. They're pretty good at that. I adapt my communication behavior to meet others' expectations. I don't know. I know how to respond because I'm perceptive and attentive to others' behaviors. I'll agree with that. While speaking, I'm aware how others are reacting to what I say. I'll agree to that. I'm flexible enough to adapt to others' communication styles. Say I agree to that. In conversation, I talk about things which are of interest to both myself and the other person. Strongly agree. I seek out new ways to do things. I show my involvement in conversation by non-verbally and verbally. I prefer to be a team member rather than a team leader. And so that should be the last question. And so I've gotten to this awesome page at the end that's going to talk about the 3 recommended paths. And so you can see here for me, it's recommended strategic relationships, dynamic leadership, and effective coaching. And you can see for me that this is grayed out. So this is really great information to know. If you've already gotten on a path, they won't let you buy it again because you're already on the path. So if you finished it, then they probably will let you. But for now anyway, I can't choose that path. So I can choose strategic relationships or effective coaching. And if I say, you know what, I don't really want to do those two. Like I read through this description, and I highly recommend everybody read through these descriptions, then you might say, I really want to go look at one of these other ones. And so, maybe I want visionary communication. And so I click on read more, and it tells me a little bit more about the visionary communication path. Or, and so when I clicked on that, I guess it's going now to say, how do you want to buy this? And so I'm not actually going to check out with this right now because I'm not ready to purchase it. But hopefully this video has showed you how to get through the assessment and choose your path. As soon as you choose that path, then you will be on your way to starting your pathways career here, or your path in what new lessons you're going to learn in the new educational program. If you are currently a member, then you should have one path already included. And if you were a member of 2 clubs at the date that Pathways rolled out in your district, then you should have 2 or more clubs, that is. Then you should have 2 paths for free. You have to email Toastmasters to get the second path. Now, if you were a member of 2 clubs at the time Pathways rolled out, but you've since dropped because we went through a dues renewal since then you won't have access to that second path. But at least here you will have your first path if you're already a member. If you're not already a member, then I recommend clicking on this Find a Club. These Pathways educational programs are both very educational and, for me, very motivational. I really appreciate your time today, and I hope that you enjoy your path. Thanks.